What is going on, everybody? It is me, your boy Perucho. We are back with another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. In today's Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle, I probably gonna prioritize and releasing this video as soon as possible, like literally when I commentate this, and then I'm just gonna try to publish it. But yeah, we're back with another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video because in this video we are gonna be doing the burst mode, the LR Vegeta and Trunks. Actually, I should stay shut for this because there's two intros.
我が姿は正義我が姿は世界あの身よたたえよこの気高くも美しい不死にして最強の神ザマスを神が行えば善となることも人が行えばこれ皆悪となり罪となるのだ
Alright, we're back at it again. I forgot that thing was happening in the beginning. And you know what's funny too? Like when I saw that, I'm like, oh boy, now I'm gonna have to remember to stay shut in the beginning for those intros to come out. I don't know why I thought Rose and Zamasu was gonna have like an intro of themselves, like when coming in, but like no, never mind. But yeah, anyways, guys, the most important thing of any of my freaking videos, of course, is you guys. How are you guys doing? Hopefully, you guys are doing fan-freaking-tastic. I'm a little tired right now, but dude, this one's a long one too. This freaking video, but. Hey man, we're gonna have to push through it, right? But I mean, thankfully this burst mode didn't take me too many tries. I mean, I did lose at say, I think twice. I think 2 times I lost, and this is my third time, and I was able to complete it. Nothing too crazy or whatnot. Not any frustrations like some of the other burst modes, I would say. Like I think the anniversary one with the Ultra Instinct Goku from the story event, I guess technically it was. Where like you fight UI Goku, yeah, that was kind of a bit of annoying to deal with, but it wasn't that bad either. But anyways, regardless of that, we brought in Worldwide Chaos category with only being able to bring in tech and INT units, which it's it'll probably kind of suck because during the last part. I keep forgetting about these intros, dude. Like at the moment I saw freaking Piccolo pop out, I'm like, alright, let me stay shut again for this dude to let his intro rock. And thankfully, they don't like if you saw the intro once for one character and you have that same character again in your team, you don't have to see it again. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, we brought the Worldwide Chaos units, tech and int, the tech part of this. For the most part, I would say the tech units in in this team, they're pretty good to be honest with you. Like, well, decent, I would say, and even though my my LR Zamasu, Fusion Zamasu, it's only 55%, and then my tech Goku Black and Zamasu, I think Rose and Zamasu are like 79%, 69%. It has to be one of the two, but they're doing pretty alright. At least they're easy 8 and 1, so they're able to handle this. Because I did wanted to bring another unit, the Android 17 and the Android 17 and 18. Part of the Dokkan Festival one, the one that's in the future, the one that like freaking clap Gohan when he returns back. I wanted to bring that card because, dude, you see that last tech Super Boo right there, the one that like, yeah, I didn't know who to bring for that last 6 slot, dude, because it was just kind of annoying to be honest with you. Because I was before bringing that tech Boo, I brought in this other tech Boo. It was like the Boo Super one, the ones that's skinnier, not the fat version, like the one that we have right now in the last slot right there. You'll see right there, yep, for that second. Because he's easy 8, and I'm like, I think he should be alright because with the mini chance of dodging, but no, yeah, he I think I made it. I would say it was my first try. I made it with him in the last phase of this fight. And it just didn't, because this guy took a hit of I think it was like 300 per normal. I'm like, dude, holy freaking hell! Because I'll read up his details here. Well, he'll be the first one, I guess. But super attack, raise attack, and for 1 turn and cost supreme damage with a medium chance to stun the enemy, which I mean, kind of sucks because these guys can't be stunned. And then raising attack, I mean, it's whatever, to be honest with you. And then his passive skill is a defense plus 130% at start of turn, and then medium chance of aiding the enemy's attack, which I was kind of relying on for this guy to dodge, but he did not dodge in the last phase, and he was taking quite the amount of damage. And like I said, 300 plus K, and I'm like, yeah, I should. 300,000. 300 plus K. I was like, yeah, I don't think I should bring this guy, dude, because I didn't even build him to full dodge either. He had mostly, I think, it was crit because of the passive of him, like being able to recover HP, which I'm gonna read. Medium chance to perform a critical hit, and then recovers 30% of damage though as HP. So yeah, that's why I mainly build him as a crit unit, but. whatever it happens. But yeah, let's go read off with the better units I would say that I brought here, except for the one tech boo, which I think was this South Supreme Khan. That's like with the Zorb, I think, or something, or take it over. I don't know. Anyways, Realm of Gods, Worldwide Chaos, or Fuse Fighters, category key plus 3 in HP attack and defense plus 170% is for the Zamasu, the Fusion Zamasu that we have literally as our friend and our leader for this team. And then plus an additional attack and defense plus 30% for characters who belong to the Time Travelers or Final Trump card category. And then Extreme Class key plus 3 in HP attack and defense plus 150%. Realm of Gods, Worldwide Chaos, or Fuse Fighters category characters excluded, obviously, because if they didn't exclude them, they'll technically be having like a 320% boost, dude. That'd be freaking nuts. That'll definitely be one of the best characters in the game to run with, dude. Because gosh, that's quite the stat boost. But yeah, the Master Super Attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, which is nice, and then costs colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. And then Ultra Super Attack massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack. And then its passive skill activates the entrance animation once only and reduce damage received by 20% for 4 turns from the start turn, and then plus an additional damage reduction of 20% for the first turn, which is really dope, honestly. So that's 40% right there. When there's another Realm of Gods category ally on the team at the start of the character's attacking turn, which is dope. I mean, this is a monster right here in you know, with the Piccolo rotation. I don't think that we didn't have a Realm of Gods category in that side. I mean, yeah, now that I just see the freaking INT fusions of monster, yeah. Once he pops out, I guess that's when they'll get the extra 20%. But yeah, continuing on with that, we have key plus 6 and attack and defense 100% plus 100%, and then plus an additional key plus 3 in attack and defense of 50% when there are no Realm of Gods category enemies, which is really dope because we're getting the key plus 3. I don't think these guys, I think they're in Time Travelers. They will fit in the freaking Vegeta and Trunks. Yep, I just see them right there. I don't think they are in Realm of Gods, right? No, they are not. They're in Future Saga Time Travelers, Joint Forces, Vegeta's family, bond with Master Cyber Battle, Fate, bond of parent and child, and superheroes. So yeah, we're getting that extra key plus 3 and the attack and defense of 50%, so that's dope. And then high chance of performing a critical hit, which is nice. I didn't know this guy has a high chance of performing a critical hit. Wow, I could give him, like, I guess, dodge with because of the infinite Zamasu, but anyways, continuing on, reduce damage received by 40%, so he technically be having 80% damage reduction, guys, if, like, you know, if you have the Realm of Gods category ally on the team when he starts his attacking turn. That's crazy, dude. That's like, he literally cannot take any damage, dude. And then plus an additional defense for 60% when receiving an attack, and if HP 70% or less when receiving an attack, and then plus an additional defense for 50%, and then launches, of course, I cannot be quiet here, but launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack, and then plus an additional attack plus 25% with each attack received up to 150%, which, I mean, kind of sucks that we have to get hit for that, but hey, I guess if it works, whatever. We have to get a hit about, it's not 5 times, right? No, it's 6 times. We have to get hit about, like, 6 times to be able to fully build up with this guy. Even like on my 55% Fusion Zamasu, fully built up and with an Ultra Super Attack, I think they could get up to like 10 mil. So that's pretty good stats, I would say, I guess. And then his active skill, which of course creates the domain, which is something new and that they introduced to Dokkan, which is really dope, to be honest with you guys. So creates the domain Infinite Zamasu, raises extreme class allies by 3 and becomes omnipresent for 5 turns and can be activated when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. And then, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking the same turn, or a Future Saga category enemy starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle, which that last part is kind of restrictive, but at least we have another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn for us. So wait, it's either the ally or enemy starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle, I'm guessing then? Huh. Probably, I would say. Dude, now that I'm looking at the, you know, like the run right now, this, I mean, sure, it was nice and all that, you know, we got the transformation with Piccolo, but we were not getting super attacks off with this guy because obviously with the modifiers, with the burst mode, yeah, the key was not working for us all too well here, because he does give himself key plus 3 on, you know, in his giant form, but we'll read him off more often. That dude, that face, that, you know, once you're still in that form, that, like, you see that's a little scary, I would say that. But yeah, once you create the domain to Infinite Zamasu, his passives changes and whatnot. He works a little bit differently, but dude, he's just so dope because he just, you cannot damage this guy, dude. That's That's just crazy. So greatly raises attack for 1 turn on his super attack and causes damage to enemy. And his ultra super attack is massively raises attack for 1 turn and causes mega cause damage to all enemies. Dude, I can imagine if it was just to one enemy, I can imagine how much damage he would have done. But yeah, and then passive skill nullifies all attacks directed at the character, whether it be super, dude, anything, dude. It's just, you cannot touch this guy. I mean, I guess the balancing part is that you just can't touch him. Imagine it was throughout the whole rotation. That'd be freaking crazy. I mean, technically the giant form is that part that, you know, you cannot be damaged throughout the whole rotation, but you're just limited to that one character, and then, you know, no links and all that nonsense. But yeah, continue on. Key +4 and attack plus 300%, and then change the AG and STR key spheres to tech key spheres, and then worldwide chaos category allies defense for 60% with 4 or more tech key spheres obtained. Oh, I did not know that part. I thought they just get the extra defense when the domain is up, and if the Zamasu is in the team. Now that I read that, but cool. Okay, that's pretty dope. And then his domain increases damage received by super class enemies and allies by 30%. Increases damage. Oh yeah. So the super class enemies and allies, they gain you know, they take more damage by 30% from, you know, just being a domain, right? Which, I mean, kind of helps us here because obviously these guys are super. So yeah, that's that. And then sadly, this Zamasu right here at the last slot is not getting a super attack because his passive wore off, which we'll read off later. But yeah, continuing on. Let's go on to the next unit, which is actually the Infusion Zamasu. I didn't even notice that I lined these guys up. But yeah, this Infusion Zamasu super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and costs class damage to enemy and lowers attack. And then his ultra super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega class damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack. And then passive skill activates the entrance animation, which we saw, and then plus an additional key +1 per key for obtained for 5 turns when there's another power category ally on the team at start of the character's attacking turn, and then randomly changes key spheres of a certain type int excluded to int key spheres, and then attack and defense 100% and reduce damage received by 20%, and then plus an additional attack and defense 50% when performing a super attack, and then launch an additional super attack when performing an ultra super attack, which is really nice, to be honest with you. For the most part, some well, like, it's like, it kind of reminds me of the Ultimate Gohan. Not reminds me, but like Ultimate Gohan, dude, 151, dude. If he didn't, that one dodge actually kind of helped us a little bit at least. But I didn't even know how we got a heal off here. You see how we're like kind of fully healed up here? I wanted to point that out too, that like we were like close to dying, right, guys? I want to say we were close to freaking getting clapped. But anyways, continuing on with the Infusion Zamasu. Yeah, there's like some that'll be like, oh, you have to get up to 20 key or 24 key to get you know, the guaranteed additional super attack, or at least have a chance of doing that. But no, just get 18 key, boom, easy. You get an additional super attack, which is really nice. And then attacks effective against all types when key is 24, which is alright, I guess. And then plus an additional damage reduction by 2% within the same turn with each attack received up to 10%. Oh, and then key +1 every time the character receives an attack 5 times in battle, which is kind of, dude, that's a lot. Dude. You have to be hit 25 times to get up to, you know, +5 key. But recovers 10% HP at the end of turn every time the character receives an attack 5 or more times in battle. And then great chance of nullifying unarmed super attack directed at the character and countering with tremendous power. And then he has an active skill, massively raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy and stuns the enemy for 1 turn, which doesn't really matter because we can't stun these guys. And then can be activated after performing 5 or more super attacks during battle, which, you know, doesn't really help us in the whatchamacallit, in this fight. But all right, let me keep my mouth shut. I know we're gonna activate Infinite Zamasu here, so let's do it. Dude, all these effects just look so freaking dope. Dude, I was wondering, I'm like, dude, what the hell am I gonna freaking use the active skill? I know this rotation I use the active skill, but there you go. There's that. But yeah, next on the list we have is Cell Perfect Form, which we didn't go to Perfect Cell, so I won't read off Perfect Cell details. I really wanted to transform to Perfect Cell. I tried my hardest, you know, to try to get below the HP threshold to transform, but it just didn't work out. But anyways, easy Cell Perfect Form. His super attack raises defense 1 turn, so that's really important. I really wanted to get the super attack at least once, so this guy should be able to tank any normals that these guys throw at us. So that's that. And then costs colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. And then ultra super attack greatly raises attack for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy and lowers attack. Which, oh, I didn't even know. Wow, I thought he raised defense too in this ultra super attack. He does not. Okay, and then this dude's passive skill, attack and defense 120%, and then raises defense by up to 120%. The more HP remaining, the greater the defensive boost, which obviously HP is more is pretty important here. Sorry about that. And then plus an additional key +2 and attack plus 30% per existing enemy, which doesn't really matter because we're only facing this one person or this one enemy. And then plus an additional attack and defense for 50% when performing a super attack, and then high chance of launching an additional super attack, which is really nice. You know, it's kind of unconditional, and you know, you just have a high chance of performing a super attack, right? But yeah, and then I mean the conditions to evolve is just to have HP be less than 40% HP, which like I said, I tried. Oh, they changed the activation the transformation conditions for freaking whatchamacallit. For Perfect Cell. I completely forgot about that, but yeah. All right, that's that cell. Like I said, I'm not gonna go over Perfect Cell because I didn't transform to him, sadly. But yeah, it is what it is. Next up, we have LR Rose and Zamasu. So their super attack raises attack for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to enemy and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns, which is really helpful, dude, because obviously you could just carry that on to each turn as the turn passes by. But mainly we're trying to prioritize getting an Ultra Super Attack because Ultra Super Attack raises attack for 1 turn and causes a mega colossal damage to enemy and raises defense by 30% for 6 turns, dude, which is quite the long time, dude. So yeah, that's what we're trying to prioritize. And then passive skill, it recovers 50% HP when you get into rotation, and key +2 in the defense plus 50% at the start of turn, and then plus an additional key +2 in defense plus 50% and guards all attacks for 3 turns from start of turn. Oh, I didn't know he gets the key +2 in defense plus 50% for 3 turns while his guard is activated. And then attack plus 100% when performing a super attack, plus an additional key +1 up to key +4, and attack and defense plus 30% up to 120% with each attack received, which is why he has the guard thing, because you're trying to build him up, right? Dude, right here, guys, I was so scared. I was like, dude, oh my god, if this tech boo that absorbed Kai, South Kai, if he gets super attack, it's GG, dude. Like, honestly, there's no way like we're gonna be able to freaking survive it, like a super attack from him. No, it was just not gonna freaking work out, dude. I think when they took like when this dude took a normal attack, or I think it was like around 300, or no, it was like 200 or 100 something, because I think in this rotation too they thankfully super twice, so they raised their defense, I guess, by a little bit more, but not by a lot. But hey, you know what? But I'm also happy that they supered you know, Infinite Zamasu. That gives me the safe sign that I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I don't have to worry about the last attack being a super attack, so we're all Gucci. And then this guy dodged. Oh, I thought he took a normal, dude. 3 dodged. That's dope. That's really freaking dope. But yeah, that's LR Rose and Zamasu. Continuing on next, we have Piccolo Jr. So Piccolo Jr. super attack, dude, he was going freaking crazy in this freaking event, dude. I'll say that, or like in my previous attempts too. But super attack raises attack and defense 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy with a high chance to stun enemy. And then passive skill is a long one. Activates the entrance animation upon entry once only. High chance of launching an additional super attack for 1 turn. And then from start of turn, which kind of sucks, is only for 1 turn, but whatever. And then key +2 in attack and defense 101% for 5 turns from start of turn. And then key +3 in attack and defense 150%. Plus an additional attack and defense of 20% with each super attack performed up to 100%. And then attacks effective against all types when facing only 1 enemy. And then medium chance of launching an additional super attack. Which, wow, that's stuff that it's just built into them. Ooh. He took a little damage with some loss, but that wasn't too bad. I think. Was it? No, it wasn't the previous time before. Alright, regardless of that. Plus an additional attack and defense was 60% within the same turn after receiving an attack. Which I mainly put this Piccolo in the second slot because, you know, I want him to just have his super attack ready to go and all that nonsense. But triple supers, freaking amazing. But yeah, within the same time after receiving an attack, and then plus an additional attack and defense 100%, and all enemies attack and defense minus 30% as the first attacker in a turn, and then plus an additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack, and a high chance of launching an additional super attack as a second or third attack in the third turns. And then he could turn into the giant form when the conditions are met, which the conditions are turned into giant form when HP 60% or less starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, which we saw wasn't really all too helpful. Like I said, it's not mainly the Piccolo's fault, it was just the burst mode conditions, like the modifiers that I had activated on. But yeah, his active skill, although he also has an active skill too, which is super explosive wave, which we'll see it later. Massively raises attack temporarily, and causes mega colossal damage to all enemies, and disables an enemy action of every enemy once within the turn, which is really crazy, dude. Imagine just using that freaking super battle road or something, extreme super battle road, and then the activation conditions for that is can be activated when HP 50% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, or when facing 2 or more enemies, dude. That's just dope. And then his giant form, nothing too out of the ordinary. Just his super attack massively raises attack temporarily and causes destructive damage to enemy, and then passive skill key plus 3, and then attacks effective against all types and high chance to perform a critical hit, which is alright, I guess. It's whatever. I guess it helps us prevent from taking any further damage, right? But yeah, last but not least, we have the freaking Tech Majin Buu South Supreme Type Absorb. So his super attack, like I was, he raises defense for 1 turn and costs 3 damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. And then his passive skill is key plus 3 and attack plus 100%. Raise attack and defense by up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the stats boost, and then reduces damage received by 20% when HP is 80% or more, and then recovers 5% HP at the end of the turn in which the attack was received. But wow, we took a lot of damage there, dude. Holy hell, dude! Once that happened, like the domain left, I'm like, domain, please return, dude. I really need you, because of the the super class enemies and allies taking 30% more damage with this. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Once we we get into the domain, I activate Piccolo's active skill, and once I put him in the middle. So yeah, let's do this. After I turn this back off.
許せんぞピッコロ大魔王様の最後の賭けを受けてみるがいい